Hello everyone, this is PrinceBrightstar and welcome back to Phantasy Star Online Blue Burst. So, today, the mission here is to level up, and I've got quite the string of quests I want to go through to try to accomplish this today. Main reason behind this is because of the trouble we experienced last time trying to go through the VR temple, and yeah, one level from last time was just not going to do it, so let's go ahead and get a game started here, we'll create a party, and we'll set this to hard mode. Let's get on in here. And today we're going to be starting with Lost Heat Sword. Let's get this going. Can you help me, please? I almost killed a dragon, but my heat sword. My dad gave heat sword to me. It's really important to me. I don't know how it was taken from me. I cannot do my job without it. Please, get it back for me. Oh, Hopkins. You're always losing your weapons, aren't you? And with that, let's go ahead and make our way down to the forest. As you can see, last time I did pick up that wall, so that is going to have me set for pretty much the rest of hard mode in terms of any rifles that I might need. The next upgrade would be the Justy, and that's not going to become available until we actually get further into Episode 2, I believe. And then from there, of course, once we complete Episode 2, on hard mode, then I'd be looking to move into very hard mode from there, but we still got quite a ways to go before we're even ready for that. Especially because I'll want to jump into Episode 4 at that point as well. Let's go ahead and bring out our cannon here, so we can take out these Gobumas a bit easier here. And how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I know some of you are going to be having an extra day off, depending upon either your school or your business, basically for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I will be having tomorrow off, but I don't know if I'll actually be streaming tomorrow or not. That's really going to come down to if I'm able to get some other things I need to take care of done in time for a stream, so we'll see about that. But today we are dealing specifically here with Phantasy Star Online Blue Burst, and yeah, like I said, we're basically just trying to level up here today, and going into the online mode instead of the solo mode is going to be the easier way to do that, just because we are going to have more monsters coming after us here. Of course, I'll have my eyes out for any nice drops that happen, but I don't think there are that many, aside from if we happen to run into like a rare enemy, like an Owl Rappy or something like that. And even then, I think they just dropped the Infernal bazooka, which, from my recollection, isn't that good, to be honest. Especially since I've already got the walls. I think that just attacks a single target. In terms of other things that are going on, I've been keeping up with everything that's been announced related to North American servers for Phantasy Star Online 2. I'm really looking forward to that still. As I've said in the past, the real question for that is going to be, what is kind of the initial state of the game going to look like? Are we starting from Episode 1 for story mode? Are we starting from Episode 4? Are we starting from Episode 5? It's a big question right now, and that's kind of the big thing that I need to know in order to kind of plan my route in terms of how I want to tackle that content once it comes out. Of course, if we're starting with Episode 1, then we're pretty much starting from scratch then. content, of course, would be vastly out of date at that point, but I don't think Sega would do that to us. Especially since, since that would basically preclude anybody from using Tier 6 graphics at that point. More than likely, we're going to be starting in Episode 4 or Episode 5. It's just going to be a question of how far along. If we do happen to start in Episode 6, that'll be even better, in terms of the content being where it needs to be. But at the same time, you know, that's going to leave so much content open for everybody that anybody that's hopping into the game for the first time is not really going to know where they need to go to get themselves powered up quickly. It's going to be an interesting scenario for certain, I guess is what I'm saying. I had some of these guys hiding here. Let's see if this cutter can take any of them down. Doesn't look like it. Alright, back to the cannon. Of course, one thing I'll be interested to see early on is how many people pick up on like the little tips and freebies that get given out rather, as you start to get various titles in the game. My plan, of course, will be to hit the story mode hard initially, depending upon where it is. Especially if Episode 5 is available, because if it is, then I'm just going to go straight through Episode 5 and get those Dark Falls, Dark Blasts unlocked. And then, if possible, even in... Whoa! Booma's right arm! Okay! There's our first rare drop of the night! Wow, that was fast. Yeah, so... we'll see what, yeah, so I'm gonna be looking to get the Dark Blast as quickly as I can. And then once I've got those Dark Blasts unlocked, then it's just gonna be a matter of figuring out what else needs to get done. I mean, of course, unlocking Dark Blast is going to make it so that we have a way to power ourselves up temporarily for a minute, and that is something that you can use at low levels, as I proved during the new player test. And then once we know kind of that, then I'll be able to kind of pick and choose what quests I'm taking on. If Buster quests happen to be available, then I would probably hop into a lot of those early on, depending upon how quickly players still into those, of course. Just because Buster quests tend to be one of the better leveling methods, yeah, at least from my experience. Just because you can kind of hop in and out pretty quickly. Of course, then you've also got your limited quests as well. We'll see which one of those we have in the initial state of the game. If it's, if we do happen to have, for example, Menacing Castle, then that can be completed pretty quickly for each run, about 3 minutes per run. And then if we happen to have the one that sends us across different planets, and it's just basically a boss rush, that's going to be the best one to level up on initially. Because you're going to get all that great boss experience that comes from that, plus the 200% booster. And then what I'll be doing along the way, if I play my cards right in terms of how I'm using up my X-Cubes and Photon Spheres, by that point I'll also have some basic boosters available, like, for example, I'm hoping to have 75% experience, plus a 100% tri-booster going at that point. But I'll also note that I'm not going to be using any 100 boosters until I hit around level 50 or so. Before that point, it really just doesn't make sense to use them. Nice, there's our first level of the night, level 44. And yeah, we'll kind of take it from there. Once again, really excited to see what's going on. I know that Sega has also revealed some of the initial items that players are going to be getting if they do have to participate in the beta test. That is going to include a coat edge camo, some rings as an accessory, and then what was the last one? That's right, the Dreamcast mag form. It's getting crowded in there. Let me go ahead and confuse some of them. And yeah, beyond that, of course, like I said, I want to know what the initial state of the game is. Once I know that, I'll be able to plan my route correctly. And really, as soon as we log in the first time, I should be able to tell what state the game is in. Just simply because it comes down to what the initial cutscene was. So if the first cutscene has us aboard the Ark ship, talking to Regius and Affin, then that means it's going to be Episode 1. If the first cutscene has us talking to Sierra, as we're waking up from inside of a tube, that means we're in Episode 4. And then if the first cutscene has us in the forest on Navirius, but we don't have the 3 paths available, and instead we get the upgraded first story quest, then that means we're in Episode 5. And that's just how the game has upgraded its different, the different initial story quests since the beginning of the game, since it first released back in 2012. Of course, if we find that we're stuck in Episode 4 initially, that's not going to be the end of the world. Then it's going to come down to a question of if writing quests are available. If not, then we're probably going to be looking at a number of time attack runs being done, at least initially. Until I can get myself into, up to the point where, we're doing, some of the higher content. Plus, going through the abduction scenario, does also give you, some titles as well. But yeah, more to come on that as we learn more. Still really excited for this, and I'm hoping that that Sega has a really good launch on this, and something that's really going to help out with that, if they do happen to launch the beta in February, which it feels like is going to happen at this point, given how much they're trying to hype things up right now. Something that they're going to have working for them now is the fact that 2 of the major releases of this year have been pushed back. Final Fantasy VII Remake has been pushed back to early April, and then the game that basically ended up right next to that with the with how Final Fantasy VII Remake got pushed back. Honestly, I think they got spooked by that. Cyberpunk 2077 got pushed back to September, actually, amazingly. So that means that's 2 major games that have pushed back, and that now opens March up to the potential for a really nice launch for Phantasy Star Online 2 in North America. And then something else that's also going to help out with the launch, even though I know there are people angry about what's going on, but I also understand what kind of led to the situation here. Anybody that's been playing on the Phantasy Star Universe Clementine servers knows that those servers are basically offline now. And the reason for that is basically Marmalades made the point that, you know, they have a lot of development work that they need to do to the server, and they can't while it's active. And so they've effectively shut that server down for several months now. Just starting earlier this week. And so it's just going to be a question of when is that going to come back. But at the same time, I'm really hoping that players that have been playing that server are at least going to be willing to give Phantasy Star Online 2 a chance to, since that server is now gone. And that they're going to need something to do in the meantime. A lot of materials tonight. Alright, let's take care of this nest here. A little confusion will help here. Of course, once Phantasy Star Online 2 does launch, I'll be doing my thing in terms of getting myself leveled up. As I've said before, depending upon what state the game is in, that's going to determine what my opening classes are going to be. If we're looking at just Episode 4, then I'll be looking to do Hunter Summoner, especially early on, since Summoner has this really nice attack and defense boost that it can provide early on. if you head straight down the tree to the bottom, as well as HP restoration when you're under your max, and then you can combine that with a perfect health critical ring. And then beyond that, I would look to maybe Hunter Bouncer, but we'll have to see on that. Let's make things frosty in here. Now, if Episode 5 content is available, then I would probably still stick with Hunter Summoner, unless we're talking early Episode 5, whereby the content was kind of unbalanced, and at that point, of course, then I would look at doing a hero for the time being. If we are into Episode 6 content, though, that changes things quite a bit, because then, at that point, potentially we have Phantom or perhaps even Etoile available. And that would, of course, greatly change my path in leveling, particularly in that, basically, I'd still do Hunter Summoner initially, but then after that I would look at whatever the latest is. So if it's Hunter, or rather, if Phantom's the latest, then I would level that up. If Etoile is the latest, then I would level that up. Alright, let's take on this dragon. Yeah, I know I'd be doing more damage on the head, but I don't know. I just feel like taking the time to reposition wouldn't be worth it in terms of the damage gained. Alright, they're headed into their second phase. Into the ground they go! And let's start running up against the wall. Alright, here we go again. Ooh, a little too close. But we should be fine from here. As long as we stay behind them, they will not breathe fire, which means they won't be able to go into the ground. Down they go. Alright, Hopkins' Heat Sword found in Dragon's Mouth. And I'm not really expecting much from the drops here, but we'll go ahead and check it out anyway. Alright, let's go ahead and feed the mag while we're down here still. It's like just some Maceta over here, and it's not even that much, to be honest. Alright, let's make our way back up to Pioneer 2. I don't think we found anything. No, we didn't. The one thing that we did find was this Boomer's right arm, so we will go ahead and bring that over to not Hopkins, Dr. Montague. You know what? Given that we've got the walls at this point, I don't think we need the Dark Palace anymore. Okay, and I'm not seeing much else that I need here. Okay. Amuro, do you have anything for me? Doesn't look like it. I got a general HP, but I'm already full on those. Alright, let's go ahead and put some of this away. My item! This is great! Wow! Thank you very much, you're great. Please get your reward at the counter. This is all I can do to show my appreciation. Alrighty, and we've been awarded 1,000 Maceta. Alright, so what we need to do next is we need to convert that item into the weapon that it actually is. And in order to do that, we need to find Dr. Montague. We're gonna go ahead and create an Episode 1 party. We'll set it to one-person mode. And unsealed door should do the job. Now, we're not going to be actually completing this quest. We just need to see Dr. Montague to get the weapon put together here. There they are. Hello, Bright. Long time no see. Elnor wanted to see you again. Oh yes, did I tell you about the weapon? It's completed. I am quite confident of its quality. Hey, you have some very good quality material. I'll make a weapon for you with that material. Alright, handing over the Boomer's right arm. Stay here. Sorry to make you wait, but take a look at this. Weapons are made using compressed photon energy technology. This was made using the same procedure, but with another energy source. This photon energy was drawn from the monsters living underground. Disturbing? Not at all. Got Puma's Claw. And taking a look at this, we actually are able to equip this. So with that, let's go ahead and move this up. I'm just trying to get everything organized here. Yeah, I think that'll be good for now. Okay. And with that, we can just get out of the quest now. And up next, we're going to be taking a look at Mop-Up 1. Here we go. I'm a lieutenant in the 32nd Works Division of the Pioneer 2 Outer Space Task Force. Pioneer 2's army is ill-equipped, so we ask hunters to help out. I received the Council's order to go to Ragol to do some research, so I want your help. Sweep the forest around the dome for monsters, then I'll send my unit. The mission will start in 8 minutes. Finish your duties before the mission starts. I admit that our soldiers are too weak. Good luck. Alright, so we have an 8-minute timer on the clock. Let's get down to Ragol. Since we just got this, why don't we go ahead and put on the Boomer's Claw and see how that works out. As we can see, there's kind of a bit of a delay on the last hit there. And honestly, I'm more effective just using my cannon here instead. Still, using claw weapons are kind of fun. Alright, we just added another minute onto the timer. That was something that was kind of funny about this mission. I never understood why the third-tier enemies came out before the second-tier enemies did. Nice, we just had a mono grinder drop. Once again, mono grinders are nice for letting you grind weapons up, which in turn makes the weapons more powerful. So there's another minute on the clock. This is a crowded entrance. That was getting kind of close. There are 2 HP left. Alright, there's another minute added onto the clock. Break out some confusion here. Alright, another minute added onto the clock. Got about 6 minutes 15 left at this point. Oh, you little savage wolf, what are you doing out here? Gonna hide from the battle, are ya? There's another one hiding back there. This is quite the room of encounters. Come on, let me through. I guess not. That's a confusion for you. That's a big group of Gigabooma. Nice, my mag is ready. Let's go ahead and pop it now. Alright, the timer just vanished. Mission complete. Job complete. You'll be taken to the lobby after you receive your reward. Alright, before we get out of here, let's go ahead and feed that mag. And let's make our way back over to the Hunters Guild. Did you kill all the wild animals? Good job, I'm glad it's done. We'll start our mission now. Get your reward at the Hunters Guild. And we've been awarded 3,000 Meseta. Alright, with that one done, we've got one more to take care of in the forest here. And that is going to be Endless Nightmare number 1. Let's get this started. First of all, don't ask me what I am. I only want you hunters to accomplish this. Now let me explain what I want you to do today. Go down to the forest area around the dome. Eliminate the monsters until no more appear. There will be an almost endless stream of monsters, so be careful. Alright, and off we go! Did I pick up anything down there? I did pick up the mono grinder, but I think we're okay on anything else here. Once again, I'm not expecting that many drops to come through here. But just because I'm not expecting drops doesn't mean I'm not going to be looking for different materials to drop. Not to mention, if we happen to get lucky with a Rappy, or rather with an Owl Rappy, that'll give me another rare drop to work with. Alright, so since we're headed for the Central Dome, this quick shortcut, or rather shortcut, is available to us here. As you can see, I am trying to group all these up together, just so I can take them all out at the same time if possible. That cuts down on how long this whole process takes. But yeah, in terms of the weapons I'm looking for, basically at this point, if it's a rifle, then I'm only going to find upgrades through red boxes at this point. For other weapons, I'm looking even for the normal drops at this point. So, like right now, I've got a cannon that I'm using, and that is nice. But I could still be doing more damage at the same time. If I had yet another weapon. Something that would be nice if it happens to drop would be something like a photon cannon. The way that works is it fires a line of or rather a bullet that hits everything in a single line, rather than it being 5 bullets that spread out like this. It's a more difficult weapon to use, to be certain, but it also does a little bit more damage than you get from a cannon like this. Or I guess technically the name is launcher. We're in the second forest area now. And we are trying to make our way over to the central dome. That first area where we warp up to the platform, that's where the Endless Nightmare mode is going to start. So essentially, we're just making our way over to where the mission actually starts right now. I want to feed my mag. Those monets are always tricky to figure out, just because there's always a delay when they die compared to when they actually are registered as dead by the game. That takes care of that group. Moving on. Rappy, you are not alone. You've got a Hilda-Bear with you. Anytime you can take out an enemy at a long range, of course, things will be better for you. Alright, I think we need to head into here. One thing that is kind of annoying is the recovery time on the cannon shots. I'm hoping to eventually come across an item that will increase the rate at which I do damage. Or not the rate that I do damage, but rather, well, yeah, it technically is the rate I do damage at. It's what's called a god battle, but I'm not sure if it actually shows up on this ID or not. I am a Greeno, but I would need to do a little bit more research into that. Let's see, this door is still not open yet, but at least the fence is. Maybe this is the switch I'm looking for. I see that the entrance is yellow, which means the path is open. So that's exactly what I needed. Alright, we got a bunch of boxes in here. Some of them containing enemies, of course. Why wouldn't they? Even though one of those enemies actually comes in off-screen. Put them on ice. Alrighty, so we have made our way over to the entrance of the Endless Nightmare mode. More boxes to open up. Let's get this going. And as we can see, our camera angle is right behind us now. That's one of the more unique aspects of this mode. Of course, one thing that you could do to get rid of this, if you wanted to, is to drop a telepipe as soon as you get in. But why would I do that? After all, we're trying to have fun here at the same time. And the low camera angle also does give us a better view of the monsters themselves. room is getting full. Nice, level 45. And of course, right behind us, we have a Hildebeer, so let's get over here. Let's start shooting away with our rifle. We have a quick second here. Let's go ahead and feed the mag real quick. And our mag is ready for a photon blast whenever. I'm actually going to save that for when more Hildebeers show up. So another topic I wanted to bring up is I have been getting kind of interested in maybe doing a speed run in the future based on Phantasy Star Universe. The original Phantasy Star Universe, not Ambition of the Illuminous. So it would basically be a run through the Ethan Weber story, Episode 1. And my guesstimate is it would probably take a time of around 8 hours or so to go through the whole thing. I think speedruns.com has a time of around 7 hours something. But I don't know, it might be something fun to try at some point. Especially since it has been a couple of years since I last played that for the Let's Play series, which that I completed a while back. And that series is available on my YouTube channel. Of course, once again, if you're unaware, the reason I moved over to Twitch was this whole COPPA thing. Right now, things are seeming to look better than initially perceived, but I'm still sort of in lying in wait mode as of right now, because I want... Okay, what dropped now? I want to see if we're going to actually not have as many issues as I thought. I'm probably going to wait until around March or so, and then I might turn back on the... Oh, mission complete. Job complete. Okay, so I didn't need to hang on to that. Okay, what is this? Break open these reward boxes here. But yeah, I'm thinking around 8 hours is probably what that will take to do for my first run until I can figure out kind of what the actual plan for that needs to be. Like figuring out what enemies need to be killed versus which ones don't need to be killed for the run to complete. Alright, let's see what we just picked up here. That is a Visk, and it has no percentages, which means it's basically trash to me because I've got a walls. Unfortunately, that doesn't really sell for anything. Let's get rid of the Buster. Solid Frame is not doing anything for me, since I've already got a 4-slot Dragon Frame. Get rid of the Tri-Fluids and the Di-Fluids. And you've got a Charge Spinner, but that's not going to do much for me either. And you don't have much for me either. Alright, let's go ahead and feed the mag real quick. Trying to get its IQ back up to, what is it, 200, I think? So, it's a slow process, but that will help it to do more damage in the end. Whenever I use the Photon Blast. Alright, we'll put the Visk away, put the Mono Grinder away, put the Scape Doll away. And we'll put the Booma's Claw away and the Dim Cutter. Now, do I have anything else that I can use? Not really. We do have a Firebirds. But I think my, my Soul Eater is better than that. Yeah, and I don't think I have enough, materials to do anything of what I'm looking to do yet with that. Ultimately, what I'm going to be doing for when it comes to materials is I'm going to probably gather all the materials I need first, and then just kind of use them all up at the same time, so that way I don't lose track of where my build is. Alright, we got 4,000 Meseta for that. And with that, that completes the forest runs. Let's go ahead and move on to the caves now. Oh, we're gonna do Lost Ice Spinner this time. Oh, wait a minute. The notification said it requires 2 players. Okay, so, in that case, let me go ahead and cancel out of this since I'm just a single player then. What that means is that there's a certain door inside of here that I would need a second player to open up. And I am not in a situation right now where I can do that. So we're gonna skip that. We're gonna go straight to mop-up operation number... Wait, the same thing for that one as well? Alright, Endless Nightmare 2? Or are we going straight into the mines? Okay, this one doesn't require 2 players. Okay, this guy always says pretty much the same thing, aside from changing out one thing for what area you're headed into. I'll have to look into those quests just to see if that guy's actually telling the, or rather, if the quest information is actually telling the truth. Of course, if the quests are telling the truth, then there's not a whole lot that I can do to help the situation. But I'm hoping that at least the mines are going to be better. That we won't have to worry too much. Although, now that I think about it, I think there is one quest that is like that. So, yeah, we might have a similar issue. We'll see. I just remember that there's like one pattern somewhere along the way where that's actually a thing. Of course, this being the case, we're going to get a little bit more experience from what we take out. Not too much, but at least a little bit. Hey, take a look at this! Like shooting fish in a barrel. Of course, if you were playing a hunter, you'd have trouble reaching across like that. Whoops, went too far. Seems like it's a pretty quiet night here on Twitch. I don't see too many streamers actually streaming anything Phantasy Star related. That's partly what prompted me to start streaming, actually. Just, you know, lower audience, to me, seems like we don't want to have that much of a gap in terms of Phantasy Star content if we can help it. Hey, Just Fans Of, thank you for joining me this evening. I hope your Sunday is going well. Right now, I am running the Endless Nightmare number 2. Yeah, today was a pretty nice day. A little bit cold outside, but not that bad. Sort of the perfect day to get some chores done and then just hop on for a nice stream. And thank you for the follow as well. Alrighty, we have made it to the lava bridge. Got this shark over here that doesn't want to join in the fray, so I'm just gonna take it out. Now, it's always funny when you see a unit like this here, resist cold, and you're on top of a lava bridge. Like, how did that thing even get here? Okay, what drop now? Okay, that is a special weapon. Let's see what we got. That's a Barista! Some interesting percentages on it, but it's nothing compared to our walls. Alrighty, moving off of the lava bridge. I am on the Balmung server on the Crystal Data Center. I'm not like a hardcore raider or anything like that. I'm more just kind of enjoy the story and some of the lesser played aspects of the game, I guess. But ultimately, it's just, what can I say? I'm just there for fun. Yeah, no, I completely agree. If you're still working your way through Heaven's Ward, you've got quite the adventure still ahead of you. That's for certain. But an adventure well worth it. Let's go ahead and feed that mag here. It is getting dark. Let's see if we can fix that now. If I remember correctly, behind the next door should be the exit to this area. So let's go ahead and just head right into there. And there we go. honestly, it's not that hard to recognize when you're coming up to the end of an area. The way that this game is designed, it's got 3 main maps, and there's either a forwards path that you can take, or a reverse path. Sometimes you can get other exits that happen during quests, but this one kind of followed the main path. Alright, the mag is ready for a photon blast whenever. Hold off on that for a little bit. Once again, I am hoping to eventually get something that will boost the speed of my attack so I don't have so much recovery time. Nice, we're starting to get railguns. It's not really going to help me, though, since I've already got a Walls rifle. Alright, let's go ahead and feed that mag again here. Nice, that levels up to 116. Again, that mag is pretty much all set in terms of what I need to give it, aside from just giving it a pure attack power. Once I have that in, then I'll be all set on that mag. But it's still gonna take a while. Alright, we have made it to the waterfall. But it doesn't seem like anything has spawned here, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of backtracking now. always nice to find a grinder. Alright, I do believe that is signaling we have arrived. And here we go with the Endless Nightmare mode. We got 7 creatures in here right now. I want to wait until we've got an 8 to actually pop the Photon Blast. That being if 8 actually show up. It's been a while since I ran this, so it might max out at 7. So far, this room is actually pretty calm, for the most part. Yeah, now that we've got some lilies in here, there's not even going to be much action because, well, lilies can't move around. Poor shark just got killed by the slime there. Oh, I can't hit him. You know what? I think this will do. Off goes the Photon Blast. Now, if anything, I would say a combination like that is probably going to be the most dangerous thing that you can find, which is having 2 of the grass assassins coming after you at the same time, just because they can stick you to the ground like that. and make it so that you can't even turn. Looks like that's it. Alright, let's grab up the spoils and make our way back up to the up to Pioneer 2 rather. Alright, and let's go ahead and head for the shop. I want to see what we got. Actually, we're going to head for the bank first here. Mono Grinder, Escape Doll, Evade Material, Mono Grinder, Resist Saint, and Die Grinder. All you go into the bank. We already know that that special weapon is Varista, which is not really worth anything to me since I've already got a walls. Get rid of this tri-fluid. Still not selling anything with 4 slots. Alright, let's go ahead and feed that mag again. And let's restock. Go ahead and put that Varista away, but like I said, it's pretty much useless to me at this point. Actually, a lot of this stuff is kind of useless at this point, given my current level. In fact, why don't we go ahead and sell some of this stuff, since it's not going to be able to do much for me at this point. Lord's Buster could still be kind of useful just for some AFK grinding. Let's see. I've got the Soul Eater, so I don't need that. Don't need that. Really don't need any of these cutters, to be honest. We can get rid of the lock guns. Oh, actually, the Lord's Lock gun would be better. Oh, we're full. Let's go ahead and sell, and then we'll go ahead and grab some more from there. That's an old barrier, and then this is an old frame. I don't need those. Since we got 4 resist saints, we can get rid of the resist lights, since we can never carry more than 4 units at a time. We can also get rid of one of the resist darks as well. Actually, no, 3 of them. I don't even know why I'm hanging on to the mind materials. I guess that's something I'll take care of later. There we go, that cleans up the bank. Alright, let's make our way out of here, and we're gonna start into the Mind series next. And we'll see which of those we can actually complete, because, like we saw before, some of the missions we were unable to do, just because they require multiple players. We did get 5,000 Meseta for that, though. Alright, so Lost Soul Blade. Looks like this one's going to be good. Alright, so how you doing, Hopkins? You lost an item to your to the Bull Opt. Let's get this going. I'm trying to remember which one of these had the machine hit on them. Oh, neither of them do. Okay. Something about this area that was always kind of funny to me was just the fact that, you know, the way that these guild chicks and the dub chicks can just get knocked down like this. It was like, I don't know, it's like, it feels like this area actually, to a degree, could be easier than the caves, even though it technically is a harder area. If you got into the right quest that had just a bunch of those mechs, you could grind off of those and ignore the rest of what's in here. Granted, the rest of what's in here isn't that hard to deal with either, if you know how to deal with them properly. For example, this group here, just being a ranger with access to a launcher-type weapon, allows me to get after the middle one without any problems whatsoever. And then, of course, they go into their little spinny animation, Self-destruct. It's a shame they had their experience reduced, but that's what happened when Sega found out that players were grinding off of them. Yeah, it's funny, the way it worked back in the day is you would create a telepipe and just take out the outer ring, and then once the outer ring was gone, you would then telepipe back up, telepipe back down, and then the outer ring would reappear, and the process would repeat from there. Problem was, that was wearing out players' CD and DVD drives. Now, while wear on a hard disk isn't the same as what you would expect from a compact disc or a DVD format drive, it is still interesting that they decided to make that decision regardless here. Alright, we got a bunch of Sino beats coming in. Let's put some ice on the situation. Oh, that's not good. And I keep reaching for the wrong button. Whoops. Let's get back down there. Ooh, and I'm down. Alright, no problem. We can get back in there easily. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why this area is as difficult as it is. But it's no problem. While we make our way back over there, why don't we go ahead and feed the mag as well? I think I'm gonna bring out the walls at this point, though. And of course, this is a perfectly valid strategy as well, if you know about it. It might be cheap, but it works. Yeah, it's funny how Sega just decided to set this all up like this, where you can just do door hiding. I don't know if they ever actually intended it to work like that, but it works like that. Alright, there's one more target over there in the back. There we go. Alright, let's break out the cannon again. These Sino Golds are going to be the next most dangerous thing in here. In fact, I want to try to get a little bit of confusion going here if I can. Fortunately, it's kind of hard to see right now. Alright, that finally clears that room. And right now, I'm running low on mates, but I want to hang on down here for just a couple of more minutes, just so I can fire off a photon blast before we head back up. And speaking of heading back up, let's feed the mag. Since that's something we'll need to do pretty soon. Refill our mates. Alright, that Sino Blue can't get us, so we're fine over here. I'll take that die grinder. Alright, Photon Blast is ready whenever. We have one more Sino Bleak over here. He just refused to come down. Nice, that's level 46. Oh, here come a couple more. Oh, the golds. Let's go ahead and fire that Photon Blast now. Unfortunately, that didn't do too much damage there. That Carabine just hit the Sino Gold? Alright, we've made it to the midway point of this floor. Let's go ahead and head back upstairs. And let's restock some mates. And we'll go ahead and feed that mag as well. Room full of Sino beats, okay. I need to do something different here. Let's make it a little confusing in here, shall we? Alright, here comes another round of them. Oh no, what just dropped? It's a special weapon. Huh, I didn't know you could despawn them there. Alright, that finally finishes off that room. Another? That's not a Visk. Okay. Do any of these have any percentages on them? That one doesn't, but this one does. Alright, we'll check that out once we go back up again. Well, that was lucky that there was only one enemy in there. Alright, nice. We found a healing pod here. I think we're starting to get pretty close to the end of this area. gonna be confusing for you too. Five of them. Yeah, that's a mess. Wow, they murdered the gold. Let's pop that photon blast. Ooh. Alright, well, let's see if any of them go down. Alright, looks like one of them at least went down from the confusion. Alright, let's get back up to Pioneer 2. We needed to make a return trip here anyway because we were running low on mates. That's right, and we were going to check out those two weapons. A custom Ray version 00. Gotcha. Okay. So, once again, because I have my walls, that's not really going to do much for me. But it's nice to at least have one of them in the collection. Or I guess two in this case. This would be nice, except for the fact that I'm already level 46 and this is only a level 19 armor. Now this is going to come up in a little bit here, this protect barrier. I think I'll grab that later on. Alright, let's feed that mag. And let's make our way back down. Unfortunately, we do have a bit of a walk here to get back to where we were. That doesn't even have that much of a custom sound or anything like that. Here is the halfway point. A little bit further and we will be where we were. There we go. Alright, feeding the mag again. We'll just give it a bunch of, Actually, we'll give it a Diamate and 2 Trimates this time. That way we get its synchro back up to 120. Now that's a shame, the delay from the from shooting off the cannon prevented me from getting out of the way there. Alright, we've made it to Mines 2, at least. Alright, we got another of those room splitters here. So I want to make sure that we're good to go here. So, let's see. Alright, let's do it. So I think what happens here is it's going to lock us into whatever the... Yep. Actually... Well, actually no, I just put a telepipe down, so we're fine. But the idea is this is split up in such a way, because Sega kind of expected you to come in here with 4 players, since it splits up the group into 4 different groups. 1 player each, of course. Alright, here come the Barans, or the Grans, rather. The way to deal with them is to basically just ring around them like this. What their missiles will do is they will hit the other enemies in the area, taking them out, as well as itself. But you do still need to watch your health, of course. See, there go the Silo, as well as the Grans. Now, I am almost out of mates here, so I may actually have to take a telepipe up anyway. And that's pretty much confirmation of that right there. I am going to see if I can fire off a photon blast first. We'll go with a dolphin this time, Estla. Ah, get out of my way! There we go. You never seem to offer anything with slots these days. Alright, now I'm gonna head over to the medical station here, just because this place, aside from restoring your health and technical points, they will also refill your traps as well, if you happen to be an android like I am. Alright, let's make our way back down. Okay, I think there's still more in this room. There you are. Such a busy room. The fact that they keep healing themselves doesn't help. Oh my goodness, what happened here? It's like they're moving so slowly towards me. can't see! Finally took one of them down. Alright, now we got 2 Garans here. Okay, finally that room is done. Once again, we are very low on mates here. So, I'll be making another trip up very soon. But that's just the difficulty of this mission. Oh, right, there was one more button to push. Luckily, we're almost at the point of getting another photon blast here. So our energy is not going to go to waste here. This bridge here tends to be the midway point of the area. Alright, I need you off the bridge. There we go. And there's another one. Oh boy. Thinking of it, I don't think I'm even hitting you once, so let's get one hit in so I at least get experience from you. There we go. And now there's another over there. Maybe I can take some pot shots at it. Yeah, that one, the missiles are so far away that it's not actually doing anything. It's an interesting room, to be certain. Just having all those Garans in here. But the amount of time it takes to actually get down here, especially on the higher difficulties, is definitely going to take you a while. If you're trying to hunt something from them. Alright, we're definitely out of Dimates at this point, so I want to get this Photon Blast off sooner than later. And this seems like a good time to do that. Yikes! I tried to get back over to the telepipe, but unfortunately I didn't quite make it. Not really seeing anything I need from you. We'll get rid of that, we'll get rid of that, and that. Okay, that's better. But still, it's only a 3 slot. And I'd rather have a 4 slot. Alright, let's feed that mag. I'm thinking my best option for this room is probably going to have to be doing some pot shots. At least until we can clear it up a little bit. The good news, at least, is that it looks like maybe around half of them were taken out. Nah, actually, it looks like it was less than that. Maybe only 2 of them. I want to clear up the other side, and then we'll... then we'll deal with the group that's right in front of us here. There we go. Okay. So now, what I'll do is I'll race through, drop one of those, and it's Confusion City. Well, for the most part, anyway. There goes one of them. How did I get confused? Alright, there we go. Room's finally finished. Yeah, this is an obvious trap. Oh, my confusion traps! I'm glad to have what I have. I can't move. Once again, it's nice that Garans are pretty easy to take care of. In this case, I have to kind of sit back and wait for them to come to me for a moment. Alright, now that they're past the fence, we can actually deal with them. Okay, that finishes off that room. I think we might be starting to get to the end here. I'm gonna drop that there. And now let's go ahead and use our photon blast so we don't waste the energy. Can't move. Alright, let's get out of here. Once again, I need to restock on mates here. This is turning into a pretty expensive quest to run. Not that I'm complaining, the experience is good. But there is definitely a jump in the difficulty at this point, at the same time. Alright, let's go ahead and feed the mag again. We'll be able to get one of those protect barriers soon. It's just a matter of getting the last level we need here. Alright, we are good to go. Yeah, I see you hanging from the ceiling there. Defense material. Nice. Alright, I think inside of one of these rooms is going to be the teleporter to the Volop fight. We'll see how this room goes, and then, if I need to, I'll restock on mates. So far, so good. But if we see another round of, like, 8 Cynos, that's gonna be a problem. 2 Barans I can handle. Huh, I would have thought this room would have taken longer. And there's the teleporter. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and drop a telepipe. 6, 9, and 6, plus 8 star atomizers. I think we're probably gonna be okay. Let's get in there. Alright, that takes care of his first phase. Alright, there goes one of his parts. Definitely want to avoid that. And down they go. Volop defeated, Hopkins' Soul Blade found, and the Volop's remains. And unfortunately all we got was just a Tri-Fluid, in terms of the boss drop. Really would have preferred a Photon Launcher. Oh well. Didn't even get anything good here either. Alright, let's make our way over to the shop. This saucer probably isn't going to be anything. Yeah, it's just a freeze. Let's feed the mag. Once again, you're not selling anything I need. Alright, we are pretty close to getting level 47 here. Alright, so Hopkins, here's your Soul Blade. And all we got was just 3,000 to set it for our trouble. Alright, let's start up one more game here. Set it to hard. Now, let me just take a quick look at what we got. Because here's the deal, I don't think Endless Nightmare is going to be a good idea here. But Mop-Up could actually work out. I would expect I'm probably going to time out on that one, actually. But that's fine with how much experience we need to get to the next level, actually. Yeah, so as we can see, we just have 5 minutes to work with this time. Oh, the boss of that group just worked everything out. Alright, that just got us an extra 60 seconds. Ah, I can't go through that way. As long as there aren't too many Sinos. Uh-oh. Scratch that. We got Sinos. Actually, this isn't that bad. This is just 2 of them. It was the groups of, like, 4 and 8 that were really problematic. Alright, we got Dubchicks here, which means I gotta find the Master Control Unit. There you are. Nice shot. That's a Baran's, or a Gran's rather. Okay, an extra 60 seconds. Alright, it's dark in here. And we got Cynos once again. Let there be light! There we go, level 47. Time is running out. This is probably going to be it coming up in this room here. Oh, the Cynos. I'll take that defense material. And there we go, time's up. Alright, so I made my goal of hitting level 47 before time was up. So I think we went from level 44 to 47. And what I would say is the other thing that I need to really work on at this point is I still need to get this mag grown quite a bit here. It's got 81 more levels of potential that I could give it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take care of that off-stream and just get this up to level 200 by the time I do the next stream of Phantasy Star Online Blueverse, and I think that'll help with some of the damage output that I'm doing. Alright, so with that, what I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to be taking a quick 3 to 5 minute break here, and then we're going to boot up Phantasy Star Online 2, and we're going to spend a little bit of time in that. So please stand by. I will be right back.